Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my wonderful and beautiful little beautifuls out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you most deliciously. So, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? So, the time today, my delicious little babies, is 20 to 12 in our old England, my delicious little babies, in the morning. And yes, the sun is shining, weather is sweet, yeah, make you wanna move. Okay, so yeah, so it's another delicious day today in our old Brummyland, my delicious little babies, and I just have some videos for you today. I happen to have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Today, my delicious little babies. Now, then, most of them are shorter videos. There's only going to be one that is a longer video, which that will be nearly 2 hour long. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now, then. But I hope that wherever you are, my little beautifuls, that life is treating you most deliciously. And I'm going to say everything now. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. May your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected, and how I love you also. Okay. And whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies, because we are in a bonkers, crackers, and crazy world. Okay, my delicious babies now then. So I'm going to leave the lighter videos until the end, my delicious babies, and I'm just going to go through the serious ones. Okay, now you may have heard myself talk about, well, anyway, that doesn't mean no. You may have heard myself talk about my delicious babies that I do believe, and I have done for decades, that there is other life. Okay, my delicious babies apart from ourselves. Okay, however, you know, although you've got some others who do also believe that, you seem to have, I would say, probably a large amount who very sadly do not believe it. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, so I was listening to our dear, not in that way, not in that way. I will advertise every now and again because I go through, my advertisement, and I do it as a hobby, my delicious babies. I was listening to Sean Atwood yesterday, my delicious babies, on old YouTube, capital S for Sean, space capital A for Atwood with a double T. Okay, at 1.12 million subscribers, my delicious babies. And he was talking to this dear man, not in that way, not in that way, with anybody, called Ron. To do Ron, 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 to do Ron, Ron. Okay. And I'd never personally heard of his guests before. Now, for those of you, my delicious little babies who have heard of him, well, bless you, but I personally have not, okay? Of course, I've talked about the Orion lines, quack, quack, go, dot, dot, go. The Orion lines and everything like this now then. And of course, I haven't seen for ages actually our lovely, not in that way, not in that way, our lovely Jason Q. I haven't seen him anywhere, my delicious babies. I'll have to type him in. Anyway, but he's into all this kind of thing as well, my delicious babies. But he's very knowledgeable, extremely knowledgeable as well. But anyway, so this led me to listening to the video, okay, on Sean Atwood's on YouTube, my delicious babies. And the guest who Ron was talking to was this man called, this dear man called John Whitberg. Okay, my delicious babies. And he was talking about everything to do with, let's just say other planets and, all of these kind of things now then. And I found it extremely fascinating. So thank you, Sean Atwood. You know, not in that way, not in that way. I always say thank you to any uploaders who I listen to. For most, it will be one-offs that I advertise. But for others, I do advertise regularly, like our lovely. Hold on, little baby. Hold on, Maze. Come here, little bit. Okay, I'll give you something to eat shortly, baby. It's all right. She's just eaten, and now there we are now, and she's had a cream as well, and now she wants something else. But Mummy's just doing my video. I'm just doing my video, baby. Okay, there we are. She's determined to come up. Anyway, so bless her. Anyway, it's never any trouble to myself. I love my beautiful little babies. Anyway, sorry, I do get distracted, mad to the babies. So yeah, I really enjoyed this video, and he talks about different plans, and he talks about his role in what he has been doing in his life, because after all, we're all on the stage, mad to the babies, and everybody's playing their part, it seems. But it was a banging video to listen to, so please, mad to the babies, anybody with any form of an interest, that's all I ask. I mean, for myself, I believe in, I believe in angels. You know what I mean? Mad to the babies. Anyway, what year was that song, Gabba? Okay, mad to the babies. So, for myself, I fully believe in it, and I'll go back to again, for any of our beautiful little babies who happen to cross or pass my channel. Back in 2019, it was my Delicious Babies, and there was it looked like somebody had put a large cross on my front grass. My Delicious Babies, it was in July, and I'd done a load of readings and healings the day before my Delicious Babies, and on that night when I came home, I was having loads of flashes, like a tiny little rectangle, really sparkly, all flying around me, my Delicious Babies. I wrote it all down, my Delicious Babies. I told everybody about it on my videos years ago. And somebody up the road who happened to be stopping in Brummyland because they were working here, I said, have you seen what's on my front grass? And that was about 10 to 9 in the morning. And he said, yes. He said, I've already seen it. And I said, so you're seeing, there we are, what I'm seeing? He said, yes. Okay, and not in that way, by the way, okay? He actually came from Cornwall, okay? So he's going back to his family, but he was needing to work down here at the time. And he was also a very spiritual man as well. But I said, well, I wonder what's put that there. It just looked like an indentation on my grass of a large cross. There we are. That's the only way I can explain it, my Delicious Babies. But I've had other, which I have talked about years ago on my videos, I've had other encounters in the home that I'm living in now, my Delicious Babies, like where it's multicoloured, it goes zoom, 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 like that. And it sounds mad, my Delicious Babies, because anybody who's not into this would think that, the lift doesn't go up to the top floor, or that I'm not all the cups in the cupboard. Well, I can well assure you now, my Delicious Babies, this happened, and that happened twice to myself. In this room that I'm doing my video to all your beautiful selves, my Delicious Babies, and in my bedroom. Like when I was going to go to sleep, it come really close to me. It was going zoom, 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 like that. Okay, my Delicious Babies. Well, I fully believe in this, and even when I did my angelic healing course, I've always been a healer, my Delicious Babies, but what I'm talking about is, fast forward, when I did my healing course, the tutor had never seen anything like it in her life. She said, behind myself, larger than life, was like Archangel Michael. I know it was definitely Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. I told everybody anyway, my Delicious Babies, at the time, because I was doing my run of, so we could get our certificates, so I could heal this dear lady, bless her, because she was really nauseated and everything, on my course. And I said, please do not give up. I said, it's cost us a lot. Ka-ching, ching, 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 ching. I said, to do this course. I said, let me do the healing. But the tutor had never seen anything like that in her life. She said, I've never ever seen anything like that. So I'm a full, there we are, believer, Marzalishnik babies, in everything that I'm talking about in my camera to you all today. Okay? I'm not going to sway from it. Okay? I know, there we are, what it is to be true. Okay? I know what I felt. I know what happened. And if the dear lady was here now, if she was here right now, right here, right now. Do you remember that song, Marzlish Babies? What year was that one? Anyway, she would tell you she went from having the most severe and awful, putrid migraine, uh, feeling severely like she wanted to project in a bucket, to feeling absolutely marvellous, beautiful, and wonderful and delicious. Okay, so she did end up getting her certificate. What a lovely dear lady, though, bless her. Yeah. Anyway, I won't say no more about that, but she had a form of bullying in her line of work, these so called professional jobs, you know what I mean, that she had to leave. She was older than myself, my Schlick babies, but a wonderful dear old lady. She's the only one who I got on with. My spirit never took to the others, not at all. I just didn't feel that they were there for the right reasons, put it that way. My Schlick babies, whether it's myself and that dear lady, there we are, we were, and still am to this day. Okay, definitely with myself. I should imagine with that dear lady as well. Anyway, but so yeah, so let's get on with this then, shall we? I hope that she's well, bless her and the family. So the longest video here, Mardish babies, and I'm going to give how long ago these videos were put out on YouTube. These are all on YouTube, Mardish babies. So this one was 3 months ago, and this uploader happens to have 4.32 thousand subscribers, Marty babies. The uploader is called capital S Saint, then a space, capital O Olga. I'll spell that for you, OLGA. Then a space, then the numbers 69. We all know about the year of 69, don't we, Marty? There we are, little babies, yes. I'm just going to repeat that again for you, and no, it's not the other. So anyway, I'm being serious, okay, Marty? It's not just myself with a mucky mind, okay, Marty? Babies a mucky noddle. I'm just going to repeat this again for you. Saint Olga, all spaces, 69, the numbers are 69, okay? The video should read, John Whitberg, SSP Insider, interview obscure alters mechanics and integration. Okay, my babies, my word, these are all mouthfuls, aren't they? I feel like I swallowed a dictionary, my babies, this morning. John Whitberg, SSP Insider, interview obscure alters mechanics and integration. Okay, my babies, now then. So this one here is the longest, nearly 2 hours long, Mads babies. Well worth, there we are, a listen. I'm halfway through. I shall listen to the rest of it, Mads babies, but when I'm finished, I'm just going to have a little bit of a bite to eat, a little bit of brekkie, and then I've got to clean my windows when I'm cleaning windows. Okay, Mads babies, so I need to speed through this. Very interesting indeed. Care Mads, babies, for anybody who happens to have any form of an interest, just a little bit of time out, somebody's day or night, okay? So this is very serious, okay? This really, there we are, has been happening. We have to ask ourselves, and I thought this for many, many, many decades, is I thought, well, why they, and especially like in the, Middle East and different places, then you've got all different things now, pyramid. Anyway, that's another video I'm going to go on to. Okay, Martin, I do get carried away sometimes. The next one, Martin babies. Now, this is very important. There we are, a very important one as well to listen to. Okay, Martin babies. I would suggest maybe listening to this one first. This one, I think, is it about 30? Is it 36 or is it over 31 minutes long? This upload happens to have 1.04 thousand subscribers. Like I said, these are all on YouTube. And this was 11 months ago when this video was uploaded, 11 months ago. Okay, my delicious babies. And the uploader is called capital D, did, space, capital Y, U, space, capital H, here. I'll spell it Hear, okay, space, capital T for thee, and then space, capital P for people, and then space, capital S for sing. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'll spell that as well, SING. So, and of course, I took the liberty actually of in brackets of putting, this is not in brackets, um, at capital T, and then the rest is all little writing. I never needed to stumble there. At, repeat again, the John Whitberg. I'll spell Whitberg. WHITBERG. Okay, so at the John Whitberg. Okay, my delicious babies. The video should read the Stargate special. Okay, my delicious babies. So these are very, very interesting videos to take a listen to, and I'm pretty sure it's that one. Just let me double check this. Yeah, it's this one, my delicious. But I was so fascinated with this one, the Stargate special. I wish that it had gone on for longer. So, John, wherever you are in the world, I wish that you had done, a longer video of that. I really enjoyed listening to it. I'm being serious, my delicious babies. I really, really enjoy. I'm very much into anything like this. It's right up my street. Okay, because I fully, and I repeat once again, fully believe that we are not on our own. Okay, but there is a lot, an awful lot, there we are, that has been hidden from us. And that's what I wanted to say, so now I can talk about it. Like where they hide everything, and then like you've got like places like Area 51, there we are, and all different places. But if you go like into like the desert and all these different places, then you've got the pyramids, and you've got these other buildings, not to mention things that are built underwater, my delicious babies, under the sea. Okay, my delicious babies. This is all, very fascinating. And how can, in my view, how can anybody make this up? I personally find it very difficult to believe that somebody would make all of this up. Okay, my delicious babies, and he points lots of different things out. It's really, really fast. There we are, so fascinating to listen to. But of course, for the average, mankind, bless them, either they're busy with work or they're busy looking after family, friends, work, colleagues, they're just trying to get through life, my delicious babies, okay? But what I like to do is I like to choose different topics, different subjects, so that ones can listen. You see, so that they can broaden, there we are, their horizons. Do you know what I mean? It's like we were living in a box, we were living in a cardboard box, but we need to be able to come out a bit. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies, so that we can, at least try to take on board other things now. Okay, my delicious babies, that's my thoughts. So I'm very much into anything like this. I can talk about anything. I can talk to anybody about anything, from cars to these sorts of topics to, I personally hated geography at school myself. But anyway, seems that I seem to have learned very fast over these years, my delicious babies. So I could talk about that. I could talk about a very large number of topics and subjects, you know what I mean? It's not very often, Mads Lichtig babies, that I'm stumped for words. It's a rarity that ever happens. Okay, because 9 times out of 10, old fashioned saying, I never come up for air. I've always got something to say, Mads Lichtig babies, but when I'm pottering around or when I'm concentrating, I like peace. There we are. I like peace and quiet. You know what I mean? Marge bags. I like things to be very, there we are, most tranquil. Okay? Really banging videos to listen to. And he's not lying to anybody, you know, lie, lie, liar, bums on fire. He's not lying. Okay? And he's talking about real experiences. There we are. And I truly believe all of this. I'm really surprised that, well, actually, I'm going to be honest, I'm not surprised at this, that this poor dear man has only got 1.04 thousand subscribers. I'm not surprised at it. And why am I not surprised? Why? Because they want us to stay in our boxes. You know what I mean, Mads Lichtig babies? They do not want us to know about other things. This is why they hide everything. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So this is very, very important. There we are. It may not seem it to some, but this is, there we are, extremely important. And especially if we are to move forward, you know. But myself and my dear dad, we've said this for decades, that, you know, and my dad's very psychic. You know, well, anyway, I've come from both sides of the family, because, you know, for anybody who's new to my channel, so thank you, and bless you all. Okay, the fact of the matter is that I have it on both sides. You know what I mean? So for anybody who does not know, I am a professional tarot reader and clairvoyant. Do you see what I mean? So I'm very much, there we are, into these kind of topics and subjects. Okay, and I'm getting a little bit sick and tired, actually, 'cause something, that's what I want to tell you, Marslish baby. Something popped up on my feed, and this is about this man. I never clicked onto him. I thought, I'm not even going to give you that, you piece of shit. You know what I mean? Where apparently, what did he say? What does the video read? Sorry, the title. It says, you know, oh, he's listened to a large number of tarot readers, and then he's put it like, you know, made a point of putting it. That doesn't mean no. Made a point of putting, you know, everybody's been had. What is he talking about, the silly piece of shit? And yeah, I will say it in my camera. You know what I mean? It's like anything. Anything is a tool. It's how you use the tool. Sorry, Madslish babies. I mean tarot cards. Okay, Madslish babies, okay? So for someone to come out with that statement, I truly believe, there we are, need to check up from the neck up, because tarot readers, they do their reading. They're happy to do that. Some mediums where, you know, they can just say something to somebody over the years, decades. So we are, I've said things. I've not had my pack of cards in front of me at all. I've just said something. Okay, Mads, babies, and that, you know, well, that's that, isn't it? So I never needed to stumble there at all. But they just use it, you know, to help to give guidance. That's what it is. Whether it's past or present, or, you know, as maybe the immediate future with some, others it takes some months, you know, where other things may unfold, you know, could be in their financial life or something like this now then, okay, but that's what it's for. But for anybody to come out and make silly damn statements like that, like I just said, I repeat again, needs a check up from the neck up. And not only that, what is it that they're afraid of? There we are. What is it that they're afraid of? You know what I mean? It's all right to say that everybody's been had. Well, no, it's not all right, actually, but I'm just saying, the fact of the matter is that, you know, for others, they receive, there we are, great comfort. Some could have lost their beautiful, dear family members, or their beautiful, dear friends, or their beautiful, dear work colleagues, or our beautiful little babies who we call our sons and daughters, you know, and they may get great comfort in having a reading. But just to come out with that bullshit, I could say worse, Mardelistic babies, but I'm just going to leave it like that because I'm enjoying doing my video today to you all, my little beautifuls. Now then, so the final one, then we'll just end my video with just latter note, okay? This was 5 months ago. Okay, Mardelistic babies. So this upload happens to have 391 subscribers, Mardelistic babies. I'm really shocked. Like I'll repeat again that not only your dear man there now, but these dear others, I repeat again, not in that way, and not got higher numbers. But then I'm not shocked because if ones want to, there we are, hard things now, till all of a sudden they want to bring it out. We've heard a lot of in recent years to do with the aliens, you know what I mean, Mardelistic babies, haven't we? Okay, so this is nothing new. There's no surprise. You know what I mean? Mardelistic babies, but they like to drop out what they like to drop out when they damn well feel like it. But they're not wanting us to see other things. Do you see what I mean? Mardelistic babies, okay? So this one here is called, I don't know how you pronounce it, this is the uploader, Exan, or I don't know. Well, it's X, isn't it? We see a lot of them in the scar, don't we, Mardelistic babies? I'll spell it for you. Capital X, the rest little writing, A-N, Exan, and then space, capital J, John. There's a lot of Johns, isn't there, Mardelistic babies? John, just like there's a lot of Toms. You know what I mean? Mardelistic babies, yes. So that's the uploader, Exan, space, John. I think this one's about 36 minutes something. So like I say, the rest are not long videos. 5 months ago, and the video should read John Whitberg quick episode part 3. Okay, Martish babies, I've chose these specific videos, Martish babies. There we are, for a reason. For anybody who's not aware of myself, Martish babies, okay, I do everything for a reason. I never ever do anything for no reason. Okay, Martish babies. Very interesting. See your man there now, I assume, is he uploaded to Exan John. He's asking John Whitberg questions, Mardelistic babies. Okay, very, very fascinating, but I've chose those 3 so far. Yeah. Okay, Mardelistic babies, yes. Now, finally, let's just end on lighter notes. So we've got the first one, this is 11 years ago. And this uploader happens to have 2.055 subscribers, Mardelistic babies. And the uploader is called, now this is letters and numbers. So this is all little writing. B for Bertie, P for Peter, A for Apple. Then the numbers 1974. So it's BPA 1974. That's the uploader, Mardelistic babies. The video should read, never too old to dance. Okay, Mardelistic babies. Now, what your elderly gentleman does, bless him, he starts dancing. Sounds like it's to some older music, you know, decades ago. But nevertheless, he really gets in the swing. He throws his walking sticks and he really gets jiggy with it. Okay, Mardelistic babies. So anyway, that's that one. Now, this one here, this made me chuckle, but I mean this in a very sweet way. I do not mean it. I'm not taking the mickey. Okay, I'm meaning it in a sweet way. And when I look at when I did caring for on off for over 20 years, and my dear clients who I used to go to, they would have loved, there we are, to have been in this position, to be able to dance, you know, like this. Okay, Mardelistic babies, but they had so many illnesses. And why do they have so many illnesses, Mardelistic babies? Could it be that ones want them, there we are, to be poorly? Yes. You know what I mean, Mardelistic babies? So this one here, Mardelistic babies, 1.31 thousand subscribers. Okay, again, this was 11 year ago, and this one's called Capital E, resting little writing, Irwin space capital B Backham. I'm going to spell that for you. B for Bertie, A, because the rest is in little writing, like I said, AKKUM, Irwin space Backham. If anybody hasn't watched it, my delicious babies, okay, please take a watch. Honestly, it really gets with it, you know, really gets, gotta get jiggy with it. That's it. But this is electronic now. So the video should read my delicious babies. And this again is just over a minute long. 83-year-old goes wild at electronic dance festival. Okay, my delicious babies, I'm just going to repeat this again for you. 83-year-old goes wild at electronic dance festival. I mean, bless them, honestly, really bless him. And let me tell you, he can dance better than, bless them, than a lot of the flipping younger. You know what I mean? Excuse me, my delicious baby's very sorry. Okay? But please, it's absolutely, you know, when I sort of watch these videos, it sort of brings you, well, just figure of speech, back down to earth. You know what I mean? So you're going through the serious side. You know, you're talking about all different topics, all different subjects, everything about what's going on in the world, mad, little babies. But we also need to throw in, you know, just to lighten the mood. There we are. Do you know what I mean? Mad, delicious babies. Because I tell you what, you know, I take my hat off to them. Now, the final two mad, delicious babies, I'm doing this for a reason. Like I just said earlier, with anything that I do, there we are. There's never no reason why I do anything, okay? There's always, there we are, a reason. So, the final two, which order shall I put this in now? I think I'll do this one first. This one has 6.21 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, and it is capital W, the uploader, we, then space, capital L, love, then space, capital A, animals. So all spaces, we love animals. Everybody should know we love animals, my delicious little babies. But this one here, and by the way, the last two are only, I think it's the final one is 3.5 minute long, and this one here, I think it's only about a few minute long. Okay, so they're not long videos. Baby bear gets distracted by red balloon. Do 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 do. 99 red balloons. Okay, my little babies, yes. What year was that? We're back to that again. The old red balloons. Aren't we mad, little babies? There we are, yes. So, this is about a beautiful little baby bear, because everybody knows I love animals. Okay, mad, little babies, mind you. You know, my beautiful little Rib Tuesday, I absolutely love her and adore her, but you know, when she barks, she really barks, you know what I mean? Mad, little baby, so, you know, wakes everybody else up. Wake up the neighbourhood, I really think we should. Just not all the time, mad, little babies. Yes. Now then, this one here, it's like it's a road and everything. Anyway, this little tiny baby bear now then, because Mama Bear is, you know, sort of crossing the road. And this little baby bear is really fascinated with this red balloon. It's just really sweet. There we are. So sweet to watch, Mads, little babies. And when the red balloon flew off, oh, little baby bear looked so sad. I thought, oh, I just want to give the little baby a cuddle, you know. But Mama Bear, by the time, and all the cars stopped, Mads, little babies. And Mama Bear came across the road as if to say, right, you've had your fun now. Come on, let's get back in the forest. Okay, Mads, little babies. That's that one. And finally, this one here, 17.4 thousand subscribers. Now, all of this, my delicious babies, is in capitals, no spaces. It's all in capitals. Okay, my delicious babies. Oh, I never wrote down those how long ago that was. It was more concentrating on the others. just to give you, so what we got, 3, 11, 5, 3, 11, 5. Okay, Matt, delicious little babies. So the final one, I'll spell it for you. It's Fairview Critter Cams. This rings a bell to myself, my delicious little babies. I may have mentioned these once before. It must be a very long time, so it rings a bell. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, my bell. What year was that song, my delicious babies? Yes. Yeah, they stopped all the bells, didn't they, my delicious babies? Got rid of as many as what they could. Do not really hear a lot of church bells anymore, do we, my delicious babies? No. So this one here, I'll spell it for you. FAIRVIEWCRTTERCAMS. So it's Fairview Critter Cams, all together, all in capitals, my delicious babies. Now this is, I happen to find it rather hilarious, my delicious babies. Mama Bear conquers the hammock. Okay, my delicious babies, so I'll just repeat this again for you. Mama Bear conquers the hammock. But the only thing is, my delicious baby, she doesn't manage to stay there for long. You know what I mean? Yes. So, yeah, brilliant videos to end with, my delicious babies. So, this Mama Bear, so she's keeps trying to get into this hammock, my delicious babies. So, she keeps trying and trying and trying. Now, in the meantime, little baby bear, okay, I feel is getting a little bit anxious and a little bit frightened, my delicious baby, so keeps running to the tree. At one point, sort of runs partly the way up the tree. Okay, my delicious baby doesn't know what to do with himself or herself, my delicious baby, thinking, what's me mama bear doing? Do you know what I mean? She's as nutty as a box of frogs. And then, anyway, my delicious baby. So eventually, after many attempts, Mama Bear, Mammy Bear, Mummy Bear, Mama Bear. Okay, there's lots of different ways to say Mammy, Mum, Mother. There's lots of different ways to say that word to address somebody who brought you into the world, isn't there, my delicious babies? Anyway, somebody's just made me say that. Anyway, the point of the matter is, my delicious babies, is this. All of these attempts to get into this hammock, and it's like bare necessities. What year was that film, My Delicious Babies, and the song, actually? Okay, My Delicious Babies. But she did manage to get in. A little baby bear was sort of poking at some points of the video. And then she sort of fell out again, and that was it. I think she got a little bit bored then, you know what I mean? She had that many flipping bumps, bless her. Okay, my delicious babies, but I just thought I'd leave you with that, okay? Thank you for any views, for any likes, for the occasional comments, okay, my delicious babies. Because as we know, my videos very rarely ever get seen. If they do, my delicious babies, well, because there's always someone seeing, there's always someone hearing, isn't there, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? But, there's clearly a reason why my videos do not really get seen. However, the number 6 that's on my leg, which, by the way, my delicious babies, I've got nothing against tattoos. Everybody knows that. I said this years ago, okay? I just prefer not to have tattoos. That's just my choice. So when I took a shorty video, I do not have any tattoos at all. Okay? I personally like to keep my body free from tattoos. That's not to say I do not think that tattoos look nice, if they're done properly on somebody else. I'm not saying that, my delicious babies, okay? Each to their own, just for myself, no. So if anybody thought for one moment that that was a tattoo, they are totally, there we are, barking up the wrong tree. and they are completely wrong on that one. Okay, my delicious babies, I only have my ears pierced once, and nobody ever sees me with jewellery or with anything. Okay, my delicious babies, that's just my choice. Okay, if I choose to wear a ring at another time or something, there we are, then I choose to do so. Until that time, um, I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. Okay, what year was that? Just came back into my model after all these years. Okay, so you just please take care of yourselves now, my delicious little babies. How I love you so. But yes, my videos never really seem to get any traction, because as we know, if you do not play the game or you do not bullshit everybody, then your numbers do not get looked at. I'm not bothered about the subscribers. That's no disrespect to any of my subscribers. I'm very thankful and grateful, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to give out the information for ones to please and thank you, take listen to. But I cannot believe that it's took me this long, my delicious babies, to hear about John Whitberg. I'm being serious, my delicious babies. I cannot believe it's taken me this long. But I'm so glad, there we are, because anything like this to repeat again, and it's very important, and it'll also explain a lot of other things now about, and things about our life here on our planet, on our earth, and, and other things that are going on in other places, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? Yes, okay. Anyway, I will still never ever believe. Anyway, this hasn't come up, but I will still never ever believe that anybody landed on the moon. That's a crock of shart, and I do not believe it. It's a load of bollocks. Okay, I'm out to little babies, but I'm interested in listening about other things. Okay, must never ever, ignore or disregard information. Okay, because somewhere there we are, it comes in very handy. Okay, so until my next video, please, wherever you are in the world, please enjoy yourself. Okay, whatever you're doing. If it is sun shining and you can take the sunshine, please enjoy every moment of it, okay? If it's a little bit cooler, then please, well, enjoy just the coolness of it, you know what I mean, okay? And how I love you also, please, and thank you. Love you. Take care. Goodbye.